So hi, I'm Dr. Lubna Motorwala, Ayurvedic consultant and weight loss expert. Hope everyone is doing well. As we are celebrating a nutrition week at Mompreneur Circle, I want to thank team at Mompreneur Circle for such a good initiative to create awareness about importance of right nutrition coming from experts. And on the same line, we are going to arrange a session today on Ayurvedic diet for females for healthy lifestyle. Again, I would like to thank Mompreneur Circle for giving me this opportunity. So let's start. Females are more vulnerable to a wider range of health problems because of various hormonal changes at different stages of life. And Ayurveda recognizes that many of these problems come from faulty eating. So let's start with discussing basic 5 rules of eating right as suggested by Ayurveda. So the first tip that Ayurveda shares is eating according to your body type. One type of food does not fit for all because everybody's mind and body composition is different. What we recognize as dosha in Ayurveda. So basically there are 3 main type of doshas or body type, which is Vat, Pitta and Kapha. You might have heard it many times, but how to recognize what is my body type and eating according to that body type is very, very important. So coming to our first body composition is Vata dosha. So people who have rough skin and hair, who have problems in sleeping, who are more prone to develop arthritis or joint pains, who are basically a very anxious type of people, and maybe some people who hear cracking of bone sounds from your body a lot, basically we can call these people as Vata dosha people, right? So for such people, eating food which is warm, both in terms of temperature and which is thermogenic, which means they produce heat in your body, is very important. So you can include spices like long, dalchini and black pepper in your diet, which gives us good amount of heat. You can also include hydrating foods like soup and stews, healthy fats like desi ghee, olive oil and flax seeds, which gives good lubrication to our body. A lot of people these days like to include tea in our routine. That is becoming sort of new fad. For such people, for what type of people, we can take tea which is infused with dalchini, ginger and long. Again, we have to take this warm, which will give us good benefits. Coming next to Pitta dosha. So for people who are very prone to develop acidity, have allergies on your body, generally you females get heavy periods, anger issues, so all these people we can consider as Pitta dosha type. So for these people we have to eat food which has cooling effects on our body, not temperature wise, but which imparts internal cooling to our body. Also we can eat foods like pudina, cucumber, dhania, cilantro, pomegranate, milk and gulkhand. All these things balances internal heat of our body. So these foods help. And for tea, you can include tea which is infused with dhania seeds or coriander seeds, pudina and rose petals. So you can make a nice tea out of it and drink it maybe once in a day, which has really calming effects and will balance the heat in your body. Coming next to people who are kapha type. So people who have kapha dominance in your body, like they have excessive sleep issues, they are lazy, drowsy all the time, oily skin or maybe a lot of shiny skin, relaxed attitude, recurrent doses of cough. For such people you have to eat food which is light, warm and drying to body to balance the heaviness of kapha dosha. You can include in things like wheat, beans and popcorns, which really helps in balancing the kapha dosha in your body. Also you can include tea which is infused with elaichi, black pepper, ginger, which balances the heaviness of kapha. If you have any doubts, please use the comment section wherein I can address your issues. So this was about a brief idea about body composition and how to eat according to your body type. So recognizing your body type here is very important. Once when you recognize it, definitely you can refer such things wherein you can make necessary changes in your diet to get maximum benefits out of eating. So coming next to rules, general rules as prescribed by Ayurveda for eating right. So second rule is eat only after your previous meal has been digested. Now this is a very important rule which also avoids us to overeat. People in general keep on snacking. भूख लग रही है, आप खाते जा रहे हो, इससे क्या होता है कि आपका डाइजेशन में इश्यूज होता है. So what Ayurveda says here is to eat only once when your previous meal has been digested completely. So this ensures that your effective digestion is in place by keeping proper gap in your meals. So what you have to do, you have to eat only when your previous meal has been digested completely. So how do you know that your previous meal has been digested? You don't feel lazy anymore, you feel rather energetic, you feel light, and you start feeling hungry again. That is a good indicator that your previous meal has been digested by your body and that you need to take your second meal. So keeping good gap between two meals is very important to ensure your digestion is healthy all the time. So the third rule is regarding the portions or the quantity of the food. कितना खाना है? This is something which we struggle, everybody struggle कि कितना खाना है समझ में नहीं आता. So Ayurveda recommends a very simple rule here. Basically what you have to do is divide your appetite or your stomach into 4 equal parts. So suppose if you have appetite of taking 4 chapatis, so what you will do here is take 2 chapatis only. That is, you will fill 2 parts of your imagined stomach and put two of those parts with liquid with solid meals. Okay, one part with liquid meal, that is water or dal or any liquids, and one part you will keep empty to accommodate air to ensure proper digestion. इससे क्या होगा कि आप जब भी आपकी मील को कंपार्टमेंटलाइज करते हो तो आपको बेनिफिट्स भी मिलते हैं पूरी तरीके से and the digestion is ensured very correctly. So you have to divide your stomach into 4 parts. 2 part is for solid meal, 1 part is for liquid meal, and 1 part you have to accommodate for air so that आपका digestion properly ensure हो. So coming next to fourth tip regarding Ayurveda which suggests us is stop eating at least 3 hours before you go to sleep. और आयुर्वेदा टेल्स अस कि आपको सनसेट के बाद में खाना नहीं खाना है, विच इज़ प्रैक्टिकल इम्पॉसिबल फॉर अस दीज डेज. बट वन थिंग विच यू कैन टेक आउट ऑफ इट इज़ आपको सोने के कम से कम 3 घंटे पहले तक कोई मेजर मील नहीं लेना है. यू कैन इंक्लूड नट्स, यू कैन इंक्लूड सम टीज, मे बी यू कैन टेक मिल्क, दैट इज़ फाइन, बट नो मेजर सॉलिड मील एटलीस्ट 3 hours बिफोर यू स्लीप. दिस एंश्योर्स दैट वाइल यू स्लीप आपकी बॉडी आपकी एनर्जी स्पेंड करती है इंटरनल हीलिंग एंड रिस्टोरेशन पे, सेल्स के रिजुविनेशन पे, एंड नॉट ऑन द एक्चुअल फिजिकल डाइजेशन. सो कीप योर लास्ट मील ऑफ द डे वेरी लाइट टू अवॉइड सच इम्बैलेंसेज इन योर बॉडी. कमिंग नेक्स्ट इज reduce ice cold foods and beverages as it diminishes digestive capacity or what we call it as agni, जो हमारी बॉडी को हमारी बॉडी का जो इन जनरल फ्यूल है जो डाइजेशन में हेल्प करता है. जब भी आप ठंडा खाना खाते हो तो ये अग्नि हमारी डिमिनिश हो जाती है या काफ़ी कम हो जाती है, जिसकी वजह से आपका डाइजेशन प्रॉपर नहीं हो पाता है. सो येस, यू हैव टू रिड्यूस आइस कोल्ड फूड्स एंड बेवरेजेस टू इंश्योर प्रॉपर डाइजेशन. Now that we have discussed basic rules of eating right as suggested by Ayurveda, let us now discuss some common complaints faced by females on daily basis and how do you solve them through Ayurveda and what Ayurveda recommends. So coming to first is heavy periods. Heavy periods can refer to either more amount of bleeding in less amount of time, wherein you use many period pads in first 2 to 3 days and then you don't have to use nothing, but then again you feel very much low on energy because you have passed a lot of blood or maybe a lot of clotting, or maybe prolonged bleeding for 8 to 10 days. which does not stop on its own. You have to take some medical management. Both of these are categorized as heavy periods. Okay, so in both of these cases, Ayurveda recommends strengthening your uterus or improving your uterine tone or improving your uterine health, which will help us for this problem of heavy periods. So there are many solutions which Ayurveda suggests. The first one is using raisins or manuka. It can be black manuka or the normal one, brown ones which we use. What we have to do is soak this overnight and just take the manuka out of it and eat it. Regarding water, if you don't feel like having water, it is okay, or you can just warm it a little bit and take that water as well. It will help our uterus to get proper tone and help us with heavy periods. You can do this maybe just for first 3 or 4 days where you experience heavy bleeding. Second one which you can use is dried amla. The amla which is not green one, the black one which has been dried completely. What you can do for it is soak this amla overnight. Okay, discard the amla pieces in the morning and पानी को हल्का सा आपने गर्म कर लेना है. इसकी वजह से क्या होगा कि पानी आप थोड़ा सा गर्म पानी पियोगे आंवला का, विच हैज़ बिन सोक्ड ओवरनाइट. इट हैज़ थंबन इफेक्ट और पकड़ के रखता है आपको, हैवी ब्लीडिंग से अवॉइड करता है. सो व्हेन यू डू इट मे बी फॉर 3 to 4 days in the initial days of your period and do it for 3 months continuously, you will see some good changes in your body. Third is you can use pomegranate. When you're expecting your periods, maybe 3 to 4 days before you expect your period, you can start taking pomegranate. Also, along with taking care of your heavy bleeding issues, it has good results in improving your HP. Also, you can use dried khajur or dates. Along with your taking care of your heavy period problem, it will also give you good hemoglobin. So that solves both the problem, low hemoglobin level because of heavy periods and heavy periods in general. So like many people who complain of heavy periods, there are many females like us who also suffer from less amount of period or spotting or absence of period in general. So what we have to do, what type of treatment is expected here is improving line of your uterus. The internal lining of your uterus, which decides the amount of flow that you are going to get. You have to improve that lining. Okay, so to improve that we have to use herbs which are thermogenic or which implants a sort of heat in your body. Okay, exercising, yes, it really helps a lot in improving your blood flow. Along with exercises, what you can incorporate through eating is cinnamon or dalchini. What you have to do is make a powder out of dalchini. Okay, mix it, just a teaspoon of powder with honey. Okay, and take it at night daily for 3 months. You can follow this with a glass of lukewarm water after a few minutes. This ensures proper absorption of honey and cinnamon in your body. How this will help is basically it will reduce the insulin resistance in your body, taking care of PCOD like conditions as well, also improving the flow of your periods as it is thermogenic. You can try this for 3 months to get better results. Next, what we can do is also use aloe vera juice, as it has shown to give really very good results in period related problems. As it is called Grut Kumari, it has to be present in every house. So what we have to do is just take 30 ml of fresh aloe vera juice. You can take the pulp and start, you can even take the pulp also, or ready made aloe vera juice, that should help as well. Take 30 ml of aloe vera juice in a glass of water. But that has to be the first thing in the morning that you take, basically on empty stomach. One precaution regarding here or contraindication is you are not supposed to take this while you are on periods. Okay, so take it for 3 months, stop it once when you get your period. Once when your flow is proper and fine, you can start it again. So do it for 3 months, and it is known to increase your spotting or menses issues very well. Third is haldi doodh. So we all have been known, our mothers tell us all the time that we have to incorporate haldi doodh in our cycle so that we don't get some cramps and it eases the menstrual pain. One good thing about haldi doodh is it also helps us in improving the tone of your uterus and solve the problem of spotting or absence of periods. So what you have to do is take a glass of milk, put some haldi or turmeric in it. Again, it has to be organic honey, haldi. You can put some jaifal and ginger in it as well. Okay, boil it and reduce it a bit further for 10 to 15 minutes. Strain it and drink it. You can do this on the days you get your period to ease the discomfort from your periods. Also, it helps in improving your flow. Coming next to menopause diet. This is a very much asked about diet wherein females who are menopaused, who are going through phase of menopause. I mean, it is just not that you have stopped getting your period. Your body gets these changes maybe 3 to 4 years before you actually observe menopause. So we have to start taking certain changes in our diet and in our lifestyle to prepare ourselves better to face this menopause. So what happens usually is, along with some interplay of hormones, there is some depletion of calcium and iron from your body. Okay, so what this does basically, we have to this depletion of calcium and certain trace elements from your body improves the risk of getting some heart issues, arthritis in menopausal females. You might have seen many menopausal females going through heart complaints or arthritis, or they experience recurrent fractures. That is because of depletion of calcium and essential nutrients from your body during this menopause phase. So what basically Ayurveda recommends is not only just for menopausal female, for all females in general, to treat this nutritional deficiency, what we have to take is 50 grams of methi powder, okay, or fenugreek powder. Take this in 50 gram. Mix it along with 50 gram of zeera powder. Okay, roast it in 50 grams of ghee. Roast it well so that you get a nice aroma out of it. Add 50 grams of gur or jaggery in this. Now what this will do is, once when you add jaggery, heat it a little bit so that it all comes together, and you can make a laddus out of it. For the set quantity, you can make 10 to 12 laddus out of it. Okay, take one of this laddu daily with 1 cup of milk. This will ensure that all of your nutritional deficiency is corrected through eating right at home. Also, you can make a powder out of 5 grams of shingdana or peanut powder. You can mix some 5 grams of cashews, sesame seed or white till, along with jaggery and ginger powder. So what you can do is take 1 tablespoon of this in powdered form along with a cup of milk. This will again help in balancing your hormonal disorders, taking care of your menopause in a better way. Also, during your menopause, you can use Shatavari and Ashwagandha tablets for balancing your hormonal changes. Shatavari and Ashwagandha again gives very good results in taking care of your hormonal issues. So this was it about incorporating some Ayurvedic tips in your daily lifestyle for female issues. Please comment if you have any issues regarding or any doubt regarding the session which we have conducted today. I hope the session was well informative. You can drop your comments in the you can drop your queries in the comment section here. So I would like to thank Moms Inner Circle again for having me here and giving us an opportunity so that we can give us our